Almighty God, ruler of heaven and earth, we beseech thee to inspire and guide all our counsels and actions, so that we may always walk in the path of justice, love, and charity to one another. Help us with the grace to do only those things that will promote the unity, happiness, and prosperity of Nigeria. Amen. The leader.
Good afternoon, Mr. Speaker and esteemed colleague. Before we proceed, Mr. Speaker and esteemed colleague, my name is Honorable Hallelujah, the Honorable Representative of South Constituency and the leader of this assembly. Mr. Speaker and esteemed colleague, before we proceed to the next item on the paper, kindly permit me to quickly recognize some of the dignitaries we have in the assembly this afternoon. You are welcome, sir. The content is also PLENARY. This is son of Saul and a commissioner, equally commissioner in the Code of Conduct. You are welcome, Professor. Equally in the duties as Flabi Alabama Ministries, the director in the Code of Conduct. You are welcome. The college is Ajay Abukola Olufunke, equally director of the Board of Conduct. Yoro Awaja. Equally in the team is Mr. Rabi Ibo, equally director of the Board of Conduct. You are welcome, sir. And last but not least is Atolabiri, equally director of the Board of Conduct. You are welcome. Atolabiri is the representative of the agency in Oyo State. He's a wonderful man, he's a friend of this assembly. He has always been a helping hand to us every time we need him and every time there's a need us. You are welcome, sir. I want to say thank you from behalf of the entire member of this assembly. I want to say thank you the necessary member of the paper should be approved for full and proceedings of Tuesday, that was yesterday, 24th of October 2023. But for technical reasons, that code that food and proceeding is not available for now. So we are now going to the next step on the paper. This is the next step on the government.
Well, we can go back to yesterday's message from the governor on the year 2024-2026 medium-term expenditure framework. We gave the house an extra day to study the year 2024-2026 MTEF in order to know whether this house would be willing to approve and give our consent and legislative concurrence to the medium-term expenditure framework. Any comments so far? Honorable Babalola, the Chairman, House Committee on Budget and Appropriation.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Babalola Olasunwon Samson, member representing the Federal State Constituency, the deputy leader of this honorable house, also the chairman of the Committee on Finance and Appropriation. Mr. Speaker, sir, may I read through this document before me, sir? I think medium-term expenditure framework is a projection, and it gives preparation, it gives update on the preparation of budget and the fiscal objectives to regulate the economic activities. For instance, now we have 2024 supplementary budget with the medium-term expenditure framework. It really helps us. They have the projection of the inflation and the issue we are having of the fuel subsidy. Mr. Speaker, the purpose of this document presented to us by the Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning is to establish transparency and accountability throughout the entire process of managing public finances within the state, aligned with the internationally best practices. For our new colleagues that have joined us, is not new to this honorable house. We have it in 9th Assembly, and we also have it in 10th Assembly, because this honorable house has a long-term expenditure framework 2021 to 2040. Also, we have short-term also. We have 2021 to 2023, and we have 2024 to 2026. For our new colleagues to understand about the medium-term expenditure framework is to serve as a financial planning tool utilized by government to effectively manage and distribute resources over a medium-term period, typically spanning 3 to 5 years. That is what medium-term expenditure framework means. And its primary purpose is to establish a comprehensive framework that prioritizes expenditure nearly accurate, estimates revenue, and enforces fiscal discipline. By utilizing the MTF, government are able to align their spending with their policy objectives, thereby ensuring efficient budget management and fostering accountability. Moreover, this tool facilitates streamlined planning and coordination of government programs and projects, while concurrently promoting transparency and predictability in respect to public finances. In essence, the MTF plays a vital role in advancing sustainable economic growth and overall development. We are all aware of subsidy cut on fuel, driven by concerns over budget deficits and the implementation of flexible foreign exchange rates to combat round-tripping and boosting competitiveness have played significant strain on the Nigerian economy. This dry policy has resulted in substantial surge in overall prices, particularly in essential commodities like food and transportation, adding volatility and exchange rate increase, interest rate, and proliferation of the black market premium, and a surge in income inequality among other consequential impacts. Mr. Speaker, despite facing economic difficulties, the government aims to attain fiscal savings of roughly 2 trillion in 2023, accounting for 0.9% of the GDP by eliminating gasoline subsidies.
So, Mr. Speaker, let us end in conclusion.
In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, sir, it is no longer a news that the measure taken by the state, as you can have it, this will help our state a lot, Mr. Speaker, sir. According to all these non-governmental organizations, it will help our state in accountability and transparency, and our state, I believe, within this 2024 to 2026, our state will be one of the best states that is transparency and accountability, like we have in budget, all these NGOs out there. I think it will help in ranking and transparency. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I believe we should give this accelerated passage. Approval. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
And let me quickly appreciate the Chairman House Committee on Appropriation, who double as the Deputy Majority Leader of this Assembly. I want to quickly align with the submission of the Deputy Majority Leader, who I want to be the Chairman House Committee on Appropriation, that the medium-term framework expenditure submitted by the Executive for 2024 to 2026 as submitted by him should be received by the Honorable House, and the content be accepted and be adopted as a working document for this Assembly. So, Mr. Speaker, I so second.
A motion on the move and duly seconded. That the Oyo State House of Assembly do give legislative concurrence and approval and acceptance to the year 2024-2026 medium-term expenditure framework (MTEF). Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Next item.
Mr. Speaker, the next item in the order paper is order announcement by speakers.
There are some announcements. The first announcement is to inform honorable members that the House has commenced proposal for the draft of the legislative agenda for the 10th Assembly through the Committee on Special Duties. Members are enjoined to submit their input to the office of the Deputy Speaker as regards the subject matter on or before Friday, the 3rd of November 2023. Announcer is the Chairman Special Duties, who is also the Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Abiodun Fadi. The next announcement is to inform honorable members of the Public Accounts Committee that there will be a committee meeting tomorrow, Thursday, 26th October 2023 at 10 a.m. to consider the report of the Public Accounts Committee in the 9th Assembly on the reviewed Auditor General's report on the accounts of the local government areas for the years 2019 and 2020. The venue is the conference room, new office complex. Following honorable members, please take note and attend punctually. Honorable O.A. Olabi, Vice Chairman, Honorable W.A. Salami, Member, Honorable O.S. Bolola, Member, Honorable O.A. Mikule, Member, and Honorable J.A. Ogundele, Member, and Honorable O.A. Babalola. Announcer of this announcement is Honorable O.C. Rahman, representing Oyo East, Oyo West, who is also the Chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, PAC. The next announcement is to inform distinguished honorable members of the Committee on Environment, Water Resources and Ecology that the committee will meet with the Chairman, Montania Recycling and Waste Management Company at room 110 Campus Parliamentary Building, Old Office Complex on Friday, 27th October 2023 by 11 a.m. The unlisted honorable members should please take note and attend punctually. Honorable A. Ogunshola, representing Iwaja, Vice Chairman, Honorable A. Babalola, Honorable G.J. Oyekola, Honorable O.S. Bolola, Honorable B.G. Adebayo, and Honorable M.O. Abiola. The announcer of this is Honorable O.A. Olabi, who is the Chairman, House Committee on Environment, Water Resources and Ecology. The next announcement is to inform the distinguished members of the Committee on Environment. Is it the same announcement? Okay, it's a different announcement, but from the same committee. This is to inform the distinguished honorable members of the Committee on Environment, Water Resources and Ecology that the committee will meet with the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources at room 110, Campus Room, Parliament Building, Old Office Complex on Friday, 27 October 2023 by 9:30 a.m. The unlisted honorable members should please take note and attend punctually. Honorable A. Ogunshola, Honorable A. Babalola, Honorable G.J. Oyekola, Honorable O.S. Bolola, Honorable B.G. Adebayo, and Honorable M.O. Abiola. Announcer is the Chairman of the Committee, Honorable O.A. Olabi. I also want to use this opportunity to recognize the presence of the commissioners from the Code of Conduct Bureau who have come for a verification exercise to the State House of Assembly today, and we have had subsequent meetings before now, and we are in full collaboration and cooperation with the Commission in order to ensure that the members are in line with the law. We are encouraged by this visitation, and we have also pledged to cooperate fully with the commissioners and the commission as a whole. Leading the delegation is Right Honorable Olawale Abdul Salam, I believe, is the former Speaker of Ondo State House of Assembly here present, which the majority leader has recognized. Once the Speaker, always the Speaker. We honor you today and your presence in Ondo State House of Assembly. We thank you for your previous work you've done to develop the legislative institution, and we also guarantee you that we that we're here today will continue the good fight for the legislative arm of government. Thank you for coming here today. We also have in our midst Professor Ogudari here in our midst. We also have Mr. Falabi Ayobami Mrs. Also as the director. You're welcome. We also have Ajia Upola Olufunke here present. You're also welcome once again. We have Mr. Rabiu E.O., who is also a director. We also have Mr. Alfolagbe. Is it? Okay. That is our own powerful director who has guided us. He has ensured that the members have stayed out of trouble by correctly declaring their assets. I will thank you for your continued support for the Oyo State House of Assembly and the government in general. Thank you for the good work you've done. That being said, we move on to the next item.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleague. Next item on our order paper is petitions.
No petitions.
Next item is matter of urgent public.
No matter of urgent public importance.
Next item is personal explanation.
No personal explanation.
We are in the order of the paper, Mr. Speaker. And the first item to consider an order of the paper for this afternoon is second reading of this. And the bill to be so considered for second reading for this afternoon is for your state supplementary appropriation bill 2023. Go /8B/10/01/23. A bill for the law for the supplementary appropriation of the sum of 352 billion 282 million 500,000 naira only, being 169 billion 477 million 133,000 and then 38 naira 38 kobo only for the current expenditure, and 182 billion 805 million 360,000 965 naira 62 kobo only for capital expenditure for the service of Oyo State of Nigeria in the year ending on the 31st day of December 2023. Honorable Sanjay Adebina, Leader of the House.
Second reading of the Oyo State Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2023. We shall now take comments or ideas. Any idea, any comments on the bill? Okay, you can lead the
Mr. Speaker, what we are having before us this afternoon is an appropriation correspondent from the Executive seeking the approval of this honorable house in order for them not to commit firemen. They want to align some overhead code, and in certain circumstances, certain overhead code has been increased. It will interest you to know that when the budget for this fiscal year was passed, the total figure passed there was 310 billion 432,500 naira only. This has been increased by averagely something like 40-something billion naira. This increment is caused not only for firemen or alignment, but as a result of inflation that is ravaging the entire world, most especially the one that Nigeria is confronting, basically as a result of removal of subsidy. So in order for the government to meet the expected expenditure that has been projected for since last year, there is need for this slight increment in the budgetary. That is why they come to the house for this supplementary appropriation and for the house concurrent approval for this one. So Mr. Speaker, based on the reality on the ground, I believe the subject data about the executive today is not new, and there is nothing stopping us from granting this supplementary budget. Our only advice to the executive is that they should be more proactive, and they have always been. They should make sure that this budget supplementary, that the National House wants to approve, this that we are commencing the approval this afternoon should be used judiciously for the benefit of the entire member of the state. Mr. Speaker, I rest for now. Thank you.
The Chief Whip. The Right Honourable Speaker, honourable colleagues, when I recognize my name, I represent Atiba State Constituency. As Speaker, I want to throw the line of the leader of the House. I want to refer us to the second schedule of the bill before us. Since the bill is in two parts: the recurrent expenditure and the capital expenditure. And I want to concern myself on the capital expenditure. But as my chairman has already said when he was trying to defend the MTF, the Ministry of Budget were invited, and a lot of questions were posted to them. We are made to realize that for three reasons we need to have this supplementary budget. One, because of the removal of the subsidy. Recall that fuel was sold at 180 before, but now I think it's between 580 and 600. Again, there is floating of exchange rate. I think in the black market today, the dollar is being sold for between 1,000 and 1,200. So because of that two reasons, it is imperative for the government to look inward and to think on how to make sure that the budget for 2023 is a bit very realistic. For example, at the fuel dump in the secretariat there, fuel has to be bought there. For the light up oil state, majorly they are using gas and diesel. They will use money to buy this thing. The budget does not envisage all these sudden change in the economic situation of the country. And we thank God that the governor is being proactive
in thinking that for the remaining month, a supplementary budget has to be brought to this honorable house. My colleague will recall the fact that the governor, instead of doing palliative, he has his own separate program. He calls it SAVER program. SAVER program is the program of the state government, whereby the federal government supplies some materials and the state government feel we should collaborate with the federal government and increase this product. For example, farmers in the poultry sector in an agric are being attended to. The government is trying to assist them in the production of egg in the state. So bringing up this supplementary budget, we need to put the public into the right perspective that what brought about this is because of the sudden changes we have in the economic of the federation throughout. Removal of the subsidy, increase in the naira dollars, and all this. So the honorable house, I just want to be exemplary with the leader of the house that this honorable house do as a matter of urgency expedite action on this supplementary budget. And I believe, just like the leader said, the governor will use it to Jesus. I submit, Mr. Speaker.
Most of all this contribution should be noted, and I'm sure that the committee will be reaching out to members as time goes on. We will try to pass this supplementary budget as fast as possible so as not to distract us from the main budget for 2024, which is a very important budget. We will also ensure that we are adequately informed and trained on budget preparation for the General House and for the members of the committee, so that we continue doing the good work that we've started in the Night Assembly. That being said, is there a motion to
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Samson, and I represent the Lagos State constituency. I would like to throw the line of the leader and the chief of this house, and I rise to second that I rise to second the motion being moved by the leader of the house that we should give the Oyo State supplementary budget amendment accelerated passage. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Move. I also move, Mr. Speaker.
The motion has been moved. Any seconder? Honorable Jimo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I remain Jimo Ishola, a member representing the Lagos State constituency. Having looked through the papers, it's quite obvious that the state is in need of this supplementary budget. I hereby rise to second the motion for passage. Thank you.
A motion has been moved and seconded. Those in favor that the supplementary appropriation bill 2023 be read for the second time and committed to the committee on finance, budget and appropriation for further deliberation. Say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Next item. Oh, Madam Clerk. Madam DCC.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable members, a bill for law for the supplementary appropriation of the sum of 352 billion 282 million 500,000 naira, being 169 billion 477 million 133,033 naira 38 kobo for the recurrent expenditure, and 182 billion 805 million 366,965 naira 62 kobo for capital expenditure. for the service of Oyo State of Nigeria in the year ending on the 31st day of December 2023. Mr. Speaker, sir, is being read the second time.
Distinguished honorable members, the Oyo State Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2023 has now been read for the second time. Next item.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleague. Next item on our order of the paper is another second reading of bill. The bill now to be considered for second reading is Oyo State Supplementary Finance Bill 2023. ORHAB/10/02/23. A bill for the law for the finance of supplementary appropriation law 2023 to 352,282,500,000 naira only from the consolidated revenue for the state of Nigeria in the year ending on the 31st day of December 2023. Honorable Sir, Leader of the House.
Any comment on the Oyo State Supplementary Finance Bill 2023? I mean, it goes hand in hand with the appropriation, but we can move the motion to comment it.
And colleague. Just like Mr. said, that appropriation cannot go without finance. So the second part is the area they will use to finance the appropriated budget. I want to appreciate the Secretary for coming up with a balanced budget. The appropriation is increased by 41 billion and the finance too has been increased by 41 billion. The only advice I want to give to the Secretary on behalf of this honorable house is that while they are trying to expand the revenue generation of the state, the tax burden on the taxpayer should not be expanded, should not be increased, but they expand the scope of tax collection in the state, especially the reward to the informal sector. In that area, the state can get more and more revenue from there. So, Mr. Speaker and the Honorable, I believe the state has thought it wise by coming up with this finance appropriation of 252 billion naira. And I want to hold the Honorable House that will give it an accelerated passage for second reading. So the next colleague, I have to submit.
Chief Whip.
The actual speaker colleagues, being a colleague my name, I represent at the state constituency. Just like the first bill, Mr. Speaker, and just like the leader of the House has just said, DC, the beauty in this work is that when you are planning to do something, the budget ministry, they will plan, at the same time, they will source for money. What could have been a disaster is for a government to continue to borrow to service debt. But in this case now, it is finance bill to finance what are ongoing as a state project. A lot of ongoing, road construction are ongoing now. Like we have in the circular road, they are ongoing. So this money, the Minister of Budget has even sought for where to get this money without even borrowing. Even if I thought they are going to borrow, like they came the other time, this was to finance the physical and physical project, structural infrastructure, Mr. Speaker. So I just want the Honourable House to expedite action on this finance bill. And if I'm permitted, we'll have moved that this bill, I second Mr. the Majority Leader, that this bill be given an accelerated stage and committed to the next level of the committee.
The motion of the move that is seconded. Those in favor that the Oyo State Supplementary Finance Bill 2023 be read for the second time and be committed to the House Committee on Finance, Appropriation and Budgeting for further consideration. Say aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Madam DC.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable members, a law for the finance of the supplementary appropriation law to the tune of 352,282,500,000 naira from the consolidated revenue of Oyo State of Nigeria in the year ending on the 31st day of December 2023 is read for the second time. Mr. Speaker, sir.
Distinguished honorable members, the Oyo State Supplementary Finance Bill 2023 has now been read for the second time and committed to the House Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation for further consideration. Next item. Wait, leader.
Mr. Speaker and esteemed honorable colleague, I rise to move for the adjournment of this sitting till tomorrow, 26th day of October 2023 by 10 a.m. and then let our 10 a.m. tomorrow be 10 a.m. because we are having a ceremonial sitting tomorrow in honor of a departed soul, a former honorable in this August Assembly, who served between 1979 and 1983, and the father of a Safin commissioner, that is Ojo Ijaya from Igboa, who is now a commissioner for commerce and trade. And the departed soul happened to be a leader to one of us, that is Baba Peter Ojedokun. So Baba Peter is basically appealing every one of us to be faithful, to be conscious of time tomorrow. So we are expecting everybody to give a deep honor for Honorable Joseph Adewale Ojo, President for Abba Institute. That was mainly third assembly for your 1983. So, Mr. Speaker, Mr. President, I submit.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Adam Mariambi, and I am the representative of the State Constituency, minority leader of this assembly, I so second on announcement the video we should adjourn the sitting tomorrow, 26th October 2023.
Distinguished honorable members, those in favor that the House do adjourn till 26th October 2023 for a special plenary session for one of our own. Those in favor that we adjourn to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.